Welcome everyone to today's FICO Decision Heroes Q&A session. Really excited to have with us today Louise Lunn, who's the Vice President of Global Analytic Delivery at FICO. Louise is one of my favorite people at FICO. She's absolutely incredible. Not only is she phenomenal at work, but I don't know how she does it. She's got a full house at home. She's got 3 kids and never, ever looks tired. I just don't know how you do it, Louise. Louise, let's start with, what do you love about your job?
Well, my job really is a global role, so I get the opportunity to cover, all regions, all clients, and what I love is really helping our customers solve their problems. So whether it's custom analytics or exploratory analytics, and we have projects which touch a wide range of customers. And I think that's what's exciting, and that's what I enjoy about my job.
Louise, let's dive in. You hear all these myths about data scientists, right? And sometimes people talk about, is it really a science? Do you need a PhD to be a data scientist? Do you have to love data and always have loved data to be a data scientist? Let's bust some myths here. From your perspective, what is a data scientist? Who are the people that are data scientists? Demystify this for us a little.
Well, yeah, I think data science and the growth of data scientists has really exploded over the last few years. And really, it's all about an offshoot that, is from previous technical roles. So we would have had mathematicians, statisticians, computer professionals, and we've sort of tried to morph these all into one role and one label, if you like, as a data scientist. And I think they are this new breed, and they're responsible for the collection, the analysis, and interpreting sort of extremely large data sets. And I think, analysis and analytics has always been in the back room. And I think, what data science has done is brought it to the boardroom.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, one of the coolest things about living in today's world is the tremendous amount of information that's actually available. And gaining intelligence out of that information is really the key to driving your business or your enterprise forward, being competitive and winning in the marketplace. Can you give me a few examples of, how you and your team actually use data science and analytics? Maybe share a few use cases, some success stories?
Yeah, no, certainly. And I think, just to pick up on your point around, the data that, everyone has vast amounts of data and everyone wants to capitalize on it and gain that competitive advantage. But I think, it's all about the people using it. And, it's really about bringing together sort of an all-star analytics team, if you like. And I think, that's what we have at FICO, really. We have such a depth and breadth of knowledge on algorithms, on modeling, on so many topics, which enable us really to help our customers solve their problems, in a smart way, in terms of, looking at, their problems, how we interpret that, how we talk to them in a sort of an understandable and compelling way. And I think, that's what FICO and my team and the data scientists do really, really well. And, recently, with the pandemic, we've been helping our customers solve sort of a lot of problems. And I think some of the main ones have been really the acceleration of their digital transformation. Everybody's wanting a different way or a quicker way to communicate. We've got open banking, which is a game changer. And we've also got AI, which is a topic that's always in the news for good or bad, and how we bring that into financial services. So I think, those are some of the hot topics for my team, over the last 12 months.
FICO's actually been one of the earliest innovators in AI and machine learning. We have dozens of patents. In fact, our earliest patent was over 15 years ago in this space. Can you give me a few examples of how FICO's data scientists are actually helping our customers right now?
There's a lot of things going around, where customers are really prioritizing their interactions with customers and trying to prioritize the customer experience and the personalizing experience. So I think that's where AI, and we're helping our customers make sure we get relevant, non-conflicting offers to our customers. And that's all using sort of past history, using traditional, non-traditional information. And this artificial intelligence is really setting brands apart, because they're putting meaningful offers to their customers. So I think that's one in terms of a customer experience. And another example, which is the way FICO has helped our customer, is really we introduce scenarios in some communication software which help banks manage the volumes when there was so many payment holiday schemes and banks were struggling to really meet the volume of applications.
Can you help us just talk a little bit about or unpack some of the key trends in digital or digital transformation that are out there right now and how it's really going to serve customers? I'd love to hear your perspective.
Yeah, I think, financial services, specifically, have seen through the pandemic that they need to understand their customer circumstances more and really understand, what their customers want. And they've got to win the loyalty, through good and bad times. And they've got to achieve the profitability. So I think, as consumers as well, we expect these days everything's a touch of a button and we expect people to understand and know, and we want convenience. So I think that's what we're helping our customers deliver, is convenient services and that are consistent across offline and online channels. And, I think, we've got to help our customers, our clients, make excellent decisions and the right decisions, even under the time pressures of this digital transformation.
Could not agree with you more. I'm thoroughly spoiled as a customer and as a consumer with some of these phenomenal experiences that you actually have. And you tend to expect that from almost everybody that you engage with. The bar has certainly been raised, hasn't it, Louise?
Oh yeah, and I think, organizations know so much more about us, about not just our risk, but our circumstances, our needs, our preferences, the behavior, and really, all about financial resilience as well. I think, that's come a lot more, to the forefront through the pandemic.
Yes, I absolutely couldn't agree with you more. You spoke a little bit about open banking. Can you just talk a little bit more about sort of what is open banking?
Okay, yeah, no, definitely. So I think, open banking is sort of what it says really, is the openness of the data to be shared and your data around your banking and your transactions. And I think it's becoming better understood and it's been embraced. And, and I think, as I think mentioned earlier, people are using it, clients are using it across the credit life cycle. And I think, it's all real-time insight. So it's what we're doing here and now. And so I think that's a real game changer. So our customers in telcos are looking to use that and bypass high friction processes by using identity information through open banking. We've also got a lot of financial institutions, high street banks, that are looking at affordability evaluations and all looking at the transactional based information. So we're looking to replace, credit reference agency scores and data sets, with the here and now.
Can you talk a little bit about sort of how our financial services companies really integrating or using AI sort of in a broad-based way across the domain or the vertical?
Yeah, I think, the adoption, of, like I said, the adoption of AI is accelerating. And I think, in an area such as fraud detection, then I think AI is just taken as table stakes. But I think in risk management and collections, it offers a competitive advantage. But I think there are challenges in financial services, really, to adopt AI, because we mentioned earlier about this all-star analytics team, and I think it's all about building the right team with the right skill sets in a competitive market. We've got to deploy AI models in financial services, and as we know, some people in the market have legacy systems, and so there's a challenge. The market's competitive, and from a regulatory perspective, AI and machine learning can be black box. So we've got to make sure that we're transparent, we can deploy that, it's making decisions, and they are humanly explainable, why that's come why that decision is as it is. So I think, we're seeing a big move in AI, and I think, we've still got some hurdles, or our clients have got hurdles that we can help them with.
Thank you again for joining today and for helping demystify this space a little bit for us. And for all of you watching, thank you for joining FICO's Decision Heroes Q&A session.